Brilliant. So I wanted to start today by asking you all a question. And that question is, why are you here today? If you're here because a friend or a co-worker or just someone in your community referred you to the Manchester Blockchain Alliance, please put your hand up. Okay, cool. And keep your hand up a minute, please. And then just have a little look around. This right here is the power of community-led growth. You can put your hands down now. So I'm Jake, the founder of 3Block, a Web3 growth consultancy company. We just had an amazing talk from Johnny, who discussed how you can grow a community in Web3. What I want to talk about is how you can grow your project using your community. And what we've just seen is community-led growth in action. The Manchester Blockchain Alliance, probably, I don't want to get it wrong, but nearly 50% of people were here because someone in their community told them to come. If no one told you to come, this room would be half as empty. This is the power of community-led growth. A recent study, and I think this is a really, really key point, from Nielsen showed that you're 4 times more likely to purchase something if you're referred by a friend. Again, emphasizing the power of community-led growth. We listen to our close people vastly more than just seeing ads on Facebook. Sorry, Adam. Previously, we've had sales-led growth. So I like to see this as the era of cold calling grandmas, sleazy salesmen. Then we had the product-led growth era. So big companies like Facebook essentially spending hundreds of millions on trying to edit our behaviors so that we just fall in love and become addicted to their products. And now we have the era of community-led growth. Because to me, there's a reason why there's a $1 trillion market in cryptocurrency. And don't hate me for saying this. It's not because of how good the technology is right now, because there's not overly that many real world use cases of the technology being deployed. And an example of this is, say, Pepe. Pepe went to a $1.8 billion market cap, which is crazy considering the token doesn't really have any real utility. How is this possible? How are we at over $1 trillion? Do any of you guys use Web3 products on a daily basis yet? If you're not in Web3, maybe not, but we're still at a massive market and we've got these huge projects like Pepe, billion-dollar projects that simply don't have utility yet. The answer to all of this is community-led growth. So why is the communities in Web3 getting behind different projects and helping them grow? Firstly, assets in Web3 can be community-owned. For the first time, we can have a vested interest in the project that we're a part of. We can own tokens. We can own non-fungible tokens as well. So if the project succeeds, we succeed. And in addition to that, growth benefits everyone. In Web2, if the growth of the company starts to skyrocket, it's just the big centralized organization that is essentially benefiting from the growth. In Web3, as we just discussed, everyone can benefit from growth. And also, if you're a community member, as Johnny at Zilli has just explained, there's so many awesome things that you can earn just by being a part of the community. You can take part in challenges, you can earn tokens, you can earn all sorts of stuff just to be a part. The ecosystem rewards that Web3 allows are insane. So I don't want to be wrong in saying that if you're part of a community in Web3, you can massively benefit from being a part of that community. And more importantly, you don't mind being the growth lever for a certain project because you're benefiting massively. But what about businesses? Why would businesses adopt a community-led growth strategy? Firstly, network effects, or in other words, word of mouth. So in Web3, if you can get the right incentive structure in place, again, Johnny at Zilli just gave us a perfect example of that. You can get the right incentive structure in place, your community members will go out there and they'll share the word of your project. And then they bring in new users. Those new users are then incentivized by the same incentive structure. They go out and get more users. So all of a sudden, you have this massive effect, which can lead to viral growth. And for the company, they're not having to pay a cost per acquisition for every single person that's being made aware of their brand. Also for companies, their marketing spend can be reduced Because as we just mentioned, the community members are technically being the salespeople. So they're not having to go out there and spend loads on paid advertisement. In addition to this, smaller marketing teams and sales teams are required because your community are essentially fulfilling these roles for you. And then finally, as we discussed at the start, you're 4 times more likely to buy something if you're referred by a friend. So conversion rates increase. If I said to my friend, I really like Manchester Blockchain Alliance, they're going to be much more likely to come here today rather than if Manchester Blockchain Alliance randomly popped up on their Facebook feed telling them to come to this event. So let's just recap on why community growth is so powerful. For the community, you can own assets and have a vested interest. You can mutually benefit from growth, and you can earn some amazing rewards. And then finally, for businesses, spend less on marketing, access network effects and unlock viral growth. And finally, hopefully, receive higher conversion rates. So that's all I had to say today. My main takeaway is if you're building in Web3, please consider deploying a community-led growth-based strategy. They can be really beneficial, firsthand experienced it. So if you want to chat about anything community-led growth, come and find me after at Hatch. I'll be more than happy to help you. And that is everything. Thank you.